Starting with the opening fixture of the weekend at Old Trafford. United will be hoping the decision to keep Erik ten Hag isn't going to backfire, but let's see how long that one lasts. They've not had the most convincing pre-season, obviously losing to Liverpool, and then they weren't that bad in the Community Shield, to be fair to them, but kind of let that slip right at the death, and then losing on penalties. They're going to be under a lot of pressure to start this season, keeping their manager. They've made a few marquee signings. However, although they're individually good players, they will look fairly decent. I'm not sure it's actually the area the pitch that they needed improvements. Of course, yeah, a right back and a centre half can improve you, but they struggled to score goals last season, and I really struggled to see where the goals are coming from. De Ligt and Mazraoui are good signings. Lenny Yoro, they got him from Lille, a youngster that plays centre half as well. He's out injured already. Xerxes, let's see what he can do, but yeah, not majorly convinced by them. Fulham, on the other hand, they had a good season last year. Probably performed above expectation. They were mid-table, 47 points, which is comfortably going to see you survive and stay clear of the relegation zone. A repeat of that this season is certainly what they'd be hoping for. They weren't great on their travels last year, but they did manage to win this game 2-1, the corresponding fixture last year 2-1, so that kind of highlights Man United's struggles at home. They definitely seem more under pressure when they play at home. In 19 games last season, United only picked up 33 points, scored 31 goals, 27 conceded. I mean, it's very below par for a top team. United really struggled to score goals. They were 39 goals less than rivals and winners Man City, which just isn't going to cut at this level, and they didn't seem to have really made any improvements in that area of the pitch. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this one goes. In terms of the betting, I think with the kind of shortened pre-season, with the Euros and the Olympics, teams haven't played loads and loads of football. Some of them have been on tours. So I wouldn't expect loads to be different from the end of last season to the start of this season. There may be a few faces changed, but Fulham bringing in Emile Smith-Rowe, Muniz ended the season for Fulham very well. So I think, of course, they lost Paulinho to Bayern Munich, which could be a big loss, but I don't massively see it being too far away from the result last year. So Fulham at 4-1, I mean, that really stands out to me. That's probably a lean, but I'd say the bet I'm going to put up in this one is going to be Fulham draw no bet 3-1. I think, they'll have the confidence that they won this fixture last year. Same managers, similar players. Emile Smith-Rowe has been good in pre-season. A lot of their season's going to come down to how fit they can keep him, of course. But he's played in pre-season, he's scored. I think that kind of extra attacking potency they've got now is going to be good for them in this game. Like I said, Man United, 2 new defenders in. Will they play? No one really knows. Yoro are injured. It's going to be a very similar defence to what we saw last year. I think Fulham are massively overpriced there and overlooked. I don't think they're awful. They're probably not the deepest team in the Premier League, but yeah, I certainly wouldn't be on Man United at the price they are in the opening game. I think there's a lot of pressure on them to start the season. If they don't start well, then it's probably the start of the end for Ten Hag. So yeah, the bet in this one is Fulham draw no bet at 3-1.